All right, guys, welcome back to Coastal Living. I am here with Emily Beasy from the South Texas Surf Museum.
Correct.
Is that the whole title?
Texas Surf Museum.
Texas Surf Museum. All right, and we're here to talk about a really exciting and special exhibit that you all have at the Texas Surf Museum. Tell me about it.
So it is called our Waves of Honor Wall, and it is a memorial that we have put up that honors all Texans who were killed in Vietnam. 3,414 Texans.
3,000, over 3,000 people. Yep. Interesting. And tell me, how are we memorializing this? What kind of items do we have
8 panels that are on the walls, and each
oh wow,
each individual has a dog tag that has their name, their rank, their branch, and their hometown, their Texas hometown listed on it. Mm-hmm. So
very similar to the dog tags that they wear.
Yes,
when they're
exactly.
Out there serving
Correct.
our country.
Yep.
And what was the motivation to create something like this? It's very aesthetic to look at. It's interesting.
Yes, and it's moving when you see it in total. So our China Beach exhibit was the motivation. So we had on loan from the California Surf Museum an exhibit called China Beach: Surfing Through the Vietnam War, and it is a exhibit that has memorabilia, photos, stories from Texans and from all soldiers actually who were in Vietnam and then found a way to surf and
on their downtime.
On their downtime,
okay.
Right? R&R.
You got to find some way to relieve the stress, right?
I think it was just a way to kind of get out of their current situation, and so so it's a really cool exhibit. And the board of directors saw that exhibit and wanted to have kind of a local focus on it, and realized that there was really nowhere where there were Texas Vietnam veterans honored, and so they felt like that was a call to service to do that.
Perfect. Well, and it's really meaningful too, especially like I said, with Veterans Day coming around the corner.
Yes.
We want to find ways to acknowledge them, to give them our gratitude.
Absolutely.
And to give them a special place, not only in our hearts, but in our hometown.
Absolutely.
So this is beautiful. And tell me, how long are you guys planning on having this on display?
So we will have it on display at least until September of 2020, which is when the China Beach exhibit goes, will probably move on. Correct.
Okay.
Or move on to Florida or wherever the next stop will be. But the dedication ceremony for the Waves of Honor Wall will be on Veterans Day.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And what time will that be happening? Is this something that's
11
open to the
a.m.
public?
So November 11th, 11/11 at 11 a.m.
11/11/11/11.
Yes.
Perfect.
And then so we'll have
Easy
a
to
quick, we'll have a dedication ceremony at probably 11 to 11:30. But then starting at noon, we're going to be reading the names of all 3,414 individuals on that wall, just as a way to honor them. And so we welcome those who have family members, friends who are on that wall. Reach out to the Surf Museum. We'd love to have you participate, read their name. It's probably going to take about 2.5 hours. It's going to be a long process.
Are you guys sharing this responsibility with others?
We are.
Okay.
We've kind of put the call out to people. We have people who have family members on the wall who will be reading those names. It's about 110 names per slot. It'll take about 10 minutes. It's a 10-minute commitment if you want to volunteer. But
that's pretty awesome.
We feel like it's the right thing to do.
I think so too, especially to repeat their names again, put them out there in the universe and let them know that they're still with us.
Absolutely, they're not forgotten.
And so is this a complete list of those that were lost in the Vietnam War from Texas, or what if somebody feels like they have somebody that might be missing,
Let
or
us
is that
know.
even possible?
So this is their hometown of record. So if someone's hometown of record was Virginia or Idaho, they're not going to be on this list.
Okay.
This is when they were taken into the military where they listed their hometown of record. So it's possible if someone grew up in Texas but they didn't list that as their hometown, that they may not be on the wall. But reach out to us. We're happy to make accommodations.
Wonderful. And if somebody wants to do that, how do they get in touch with you?
The Texas Surf Museum has their phone lines up, and we can also be reached via Facebook at any point.
Wonderful. So these are just 2 of the awesome displays that you've had at the Surf Museum. What are some of your favorites, and what excites you about working there?
Well, we are so excited about growing 2020 and beyond. You know, we are looking to host some really cool events. The Texas Surf Museum has a threefold mission that's kind of community, conservation, and the surf culture. So we are going to be building out all 3 of those pillars. Look for events from us in the future, kind of trying to get people on boards, sup boards, paddle boards, any of that in the Coastal Bend area. We'll be
Beautiful. And it's also a great place to stop and grab some Corpus Christi memorabilia if you're just visiting.
Some great t-shirts.
Yeah.
Lots of fun t-shirts.
You know, guys, if you're watching, it's a place that it's easy to walk by, but don't forget to bring your friends and family that are visiting from out of state or out of town even, just to see the interesting, especially this special exhibit that you all have, but all the interesting things you have there. And because we have so much surf, which y'all know well because of Stefan, we have a lot of surf culture here, and it's really interesting, even if it's not a part of your lifestyle, to go and explore that a little bit.
Absolutely. It's been here since kind of the 60s is when it blew up, kind of alongside when the rest of the U.S. kind of got excited about surfing. But, you know, we kind of chronicle that history. And even if you're not a surfer, it's really cool to kind of learn about it and see it.
I think so too. Well, we appreciate you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Absolutely. On behalf of the veterans, we thank you for putting something out there to acknowledge them and to show them our gratitude. So if you have a chance, stop by the Texas Surf Museum. It's right there between the Surf Club and Water Street, so you can't miss it. It's a nice little, take a little cruise through there on a nice day like today. So make sure you stop by. Thank you so much, Emily.
Thanks for having us.
All right, guys, stick around. You're watching Coastal Living, and we're making nachos when we come back.